Good evening, members. It's Wednesday the 15th of May at 6 p.m, just gone. For the next several minutes, just about 4 minutes past 6, I think. A couple of hiccups just getting started here. Right. We have a number of remote participants tonight, so I'll quickly go through the rules and regulations, a good practice guidance. Muting microphones and switching off your video when you're not addressing the meeting. The right to speak in the Teams chat function when you want to contribute. If you're in the hall, you can do this on your iPhone, iPad, or just lift your hand or touch me on the shoulder for that matter. Please don't repeat contributions already made by other members. No material should be posted in the chat function if it's intended as part of the discussion. I'll standing orders apply, including that any votes will be undertaken by roll call. If any member has to leave the meeting, please either leave the Teams meeting for that period or leave in the Teams chat function and then join when you're rejoining the meeting, so we can keep track of whether the meeting is correct or not. All members should speak clearly and directly into the microphone when making contributions, and when referring to reports, please provide reference to the relevant page number and paragraph if that is possible, and please focus contributions on areas where clarification is required or to propose an alternative recommendation. Item number 1 tonight is setting apologies and Chair's approval of remote participation. I'll approve that right now. So Amanda, it's over to yourself, I think, for setting apologies.
Thanks, Chair. Good evening, members. In the Council Hall here, we have our Chair, Ian Carruthers, and Alan Weald, our Community Rep. On Teams, we have Councillors Richard Brodie, Sean Marshall, George Jameson, and Alan Kay, our Community Rep. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amanda. Declaration of interest, members. Any declaration of interest or statement of connection? I think it is normally as well. Yeah. No, take that as a no. Item number 3 is minute of the meeting. Can we agree that? No, it's for noting. We don't have to agree. It's for noting. It's been to full council, obviously. Item number 4 is Annan Common Good Fund. It's our assets report. This report provides members with an update on the current register of Annan Common Good assets, their asset values, and any issues related to the Annan Common Good asset. Jamie Nicholson is available to take any questions on this report. Jamie, I wonder if there's anything you want to cover before we go into the detail, before I open up for questions?
Thank you, Chair. I would just like to draw attention for the members that are present and online that there has been an update to the appendix with regards to the value of some of the assets I highlighted in the assets register. There also, with regards to the recommendations in 2.3, members are aware that Annan Riding and Marches have made a plea to potentially rent 2 garages as outlined in the report before you this evening, with the possibility in the view of a reduced or a reduction in the weekly amounts. Members will be aware that this is not common in practice, so it's up to you to decide how you'd like to proceed. Thank you.
Excellent, thanks for that, Jamie. Is there any hands up as of yet? But members, I mean, so 2.1, 2.2 for noting. I think we're comfortable enough to do that. 2.3 is the decision we're making tonight. It wouldn't really affect me at all in any way if we just rip that off completely and we're able to give them at £0 rent. If nobody comes in, I'll be looking for Councillor Alan Kay to come in, because I know, Alan, you normally have a comment on something like that. But I mean, it's maybe a bold statement from myself, but we know we regularly give common good funds to Riding the Marches. We've appreciated for a number of years. We know all the hard work and effort that goes in there. I certainly haven't been lobbied. It's just my experience over the years. For them to be able to have some secure store close to the high street, I think it would be a fantastic thing for them. And it would be so long as that, obviously, that organisation existed. Or it could be an annual basis of a review. But I mean, up for discussion, members. If any members have got any thoughts towards that, support, against, or any indifferent. Councillor Marshall, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, it's really for storage, and they are in a bit of a quandary with regards to that, and have been for some considerable time now. They did used to, I think it was out with Dalton, I think it was Dalton, that they had storage. The fact is that we have got a number of empty garages as well, and because all the good work that Annan Riding Marches does, then I don't, your suggestion, I think not to kind of, I think maybe to review it on an ongoing basis, but, I'm quite comfortable with your suggestion.
Councillor Brodie? Dick? Thanks, Sean, for that. You're on mute, Councillor Brodie. Richard, you're on mute.
Thanks, Chair. Sorry. Yeah, quite happy that we give them a discount. I'm not sure whether we should give them a totally free. So I would support a 50% discount on it, which is about £600 a year for the 2 garages, which is a small sum because I think they have to pay for storage at the moment.
Open to hear other members as well, so we can see if we can come forward with some kind of proposal, consensus, or we'll just stick it to the vote, whatever. Happy with either. Alan, in fact, we've got Alan, George, and we've got, was your hand up there, Alan? Was it? Aye, so no, bring in, yep, you first then, Alan.
Yeah, Chair, I'd just like to agree with what you said. I think the Ride the Marches, they're a good community group, they're a good asset for the area, and I quite agree, because they're always wanting funds from other places, so it might take a bit of slack off them. And I remember when I was involved, I don't think we paid at Dalton for storage. Oh, we did.
Just for information for the committee, so currently they pay a private landlord for storage that is on another part of Annan, and that sum is £400 per year that they're currently paying. Obviously the 2 garages in Dumney's Wines that they're interested in would be closer to the high street, and it would allow them to remove their current storage to put closer to the high street. And the reason they're saying that they're financially strapped this year is due to the increase in costs of running the event and their increase in their awards to their principals this year, with obviously the inflation and hire of horses and things like that.
Councillor Kay, Alan, you want to come back? You okay with that? No, fine with that. No, so I think I've got...
I'm of the opinion that... I'm of the opinion that, you know, if it's only a temporary thing, which it is, then there's no reason why we shouldn't give them up for nothing. I mean, as other Alan says, they're an asset to the town. We've got to be seen to be supporting them. If nobody wants to lease the garages, which seems to be the case at the moment, then I think it's quite a decent thing to do to let them have the garages just for a year to year. I mean, they're not looking for a 5 or a 10-year lease or something like that, because you can't obviously give them a lease if there's no rental payment.
So maybe come into the detail of that, Alan, when we get to the decision. I mean, that's the majority of members thinking that probably would support a 0 rate, but I wonder if it's even at the start of every new council. So it would give them 3 years. The next 3 years would have that, then we'd have a review after at the next full council when it comes back on, as a suggestion. But Councillor Jimison, George?
Yeah, I'm comfortable to go with the majority. I take Richard's point. You know, a nominal fee would seem reasonable as well, but I'm not going to die in a ditch over it. You know, a nominal fee of £100 just for the fact that there were, you know, that there's money coming back into the council. But I agree with everybody that we need to support local initiatives. So I'm quite content to go with the majority.
Richard, Councillor Brodie, are you comfortable enough going? I mean, I'm happy to propose it at 0, but it be reviewed at the beginning of the new council. That means they get 3 years free at this moment in time, as Jimmy's outlined. Cash strapped at this moment in time because inflation uplifts and everything else, and ultimately it is for the benefit of the residents within the historical Royal Annan Borough boundaries settlement. So, but Richard.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to support that, as long as it's on a temporary basis and we can review it in the future. Yeah.
First class, thank you very much for that. So that's a proposal and everybody supported that. So I think that's a 0 rate for the next 3 years reviewed when the next new council comes in. Got that captured? Excellent. Thanks, members. Hopefully that'll keep everybody happy, in particular the residents thinking of the Annan Royal Borough. George, your hand's still up, but I think that's historical, isn't it? Councillor Jimison, that is. Yep, spot on, thank you. So, item number 5 is Let me get my papers. Members have been asked to consider application for financial assistance from the Annan Common Good Subcommittee. Jamie, do you want to just quickly run past this and we'll go to members?
Thank you, Chair. There has been a request for some financial support through the Annan Common Good Subcommittee for the Annan Christmas Lights festivity. This is the first time we have received an application from this organisation in the past 5 years. Nothing more to add, Chair.
Excellent, thanks so much. So 2.1 is to note the agreed grant criteria. We're happy to do that first. Thanks, members. That's been agreed. 2.2, open up to members. I got the first voice on the last one. If nobody comes in, I'll suggest something, but I'll give members a chance to come in first. Members, I'm more than happy to propose that we do grant the full allocation of £2,000 towards it. It's a good event. It's good for, again, the inhabitants of Annan. A very, very worthwhile event, I have to admit. Unfortunately, usually for different reasons, I don't be able to get there on the night, but I managed to enjoy the lights thereafter through the festive season. Everybody content with that, members? Either thumbs up or maybe some indication. Councillor Kay's nodding, I see, and Councillor Wielder nodding, so as the local community councillor representative.
Agreed, yeah.
Yeah, Councillor Brody, excellent. First class.
Yeah,
Councillor Johnson,
content. I'm content with that.
Excellent, thanks. I think Sean's in the same mind. Excellent. No,
Yeah, definitely.
thank you. Thanks very much, Sean, for that. So that's a full house. So at 2.2, that sounds like we've awarded the full amount. That's been recorded. Excellent. Thank you, members. I have no other. I think that's it, isn't it? I have no other competent business. But for the other three Dumfries and Galloway Council members, can we reconvene a meeting in 5 minutes? Would that be okay? Not here. At least we're back on the one we were on previously. Would be okay with that?
Yeah.
Spot on.
No problem.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
will
Excellent.
do.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. See you then. 5 minutes. Thank you.